Industry's most wanted.
Listen, it is the industry's most wanted show, WARK 300. Shout out to everybody checking in. You can't catch up because, baby, I be working. You dig? Hey,
On it.
we got a special guest checking in. Introduce yourself, family.
What's going on, man? It's the homie Truth DZA, man. Out of South Cat, 864 in the building, 843-803, all of that, man. You know what it is.
So listen, let me say this first and foremost. Me and this guy right here got a ab challenge going on.
Summertime fine. Let's go.
Bro, we starting a 30-day ab challenge tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta take some before pictures, and then we're gonna in 30 days we're gonna show you what our progress looks like. You know what I'm saying?
I might have to doctor them before pictures. Yeah.
Photoshop them hoes.
Photoshop them hoes for real.
You know what's so funny? Because I seen somebody post. Shout out to Kingpin Rap Juggernaut. He posted a Photoshop picture that looked like he had abs. That shit was funny as hell. I'm about to find that app. Anyway, shout out to Troop Diz on the check-in. Shout out to everybody tuned in on the station. Shout out to everybody on IG Live. Man, we've been working together for a minute now. I appreciate you first and foremost. I just want to personally say thank you for always rocking with the movement.
Sure.
You know, give us that official introduction. Tell everybody a little bit about, you know, who you are, where you checking in from, how you got started doing music.
Yeah. So again, my name's Truth DZA, man. A lot of people, they know me different names. I've been Truth DZA. I've been Truth Dillinger. I've been Troop the Phenom back in the day, you know what I mean? I've been rapping since I was 14.
Okay.
So, I came up in the Soulja Boy era. Like, I remember when Soulja Boy got the pink Cadillac. Like, I remember all that. Like, I was really, like, in that wave. But I came up listening to, you know, different people, Hove, Tip, Outkast, just anybody that really came along, you know what I mean? I always paid attention to them. I got started musically. I was in a marching band. Well, no, in concert band, excuse me.
Okay.
That's why I learned how to count bars and everything. So I used to play saxophone, learn how to count bars, learn how to really make music. And after that, it was a wrap. Like, I knew what I wanted to do.
Listen, I think that's so important. I just want to key in on that just for a brief minute. A lot of artists don't take the time to actually learn music theory.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important because that's why their music doesn't elevate or it doesn't get better. It stays kind of complacent because they don't understand really how to construct a song.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you actually took the time to do that,
Yeah.
which is important. Hence, I said this to you maybe a week or two ago. You had posted a video on your Instagram, and I had said to you, you know, I think that your style is so dope because you're so humble with it. Like, I see so many artists, they're just so extra.
Facts.
Bro, I've interviewed a lot of them, extra ass motherfuckers, and I can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been times where I'm like, I don't even want to talk to this person just because they be so extra and so over the top, so arrogant, so weird.
And the music don't even be hitting.
And the music don't be good. And that's why I said to you, and you probably remember, you had posted a video, and I was just like, man, I just like that I like people to be different, but have some normalcy about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I respect that about you so much.
I appreciate it.
So you've been doing music since 14.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, you young, but you know, you started doing it at a very young age.
My mom used to drop me off at the studio, give me like $50 for 2 hours.
Shout out to Mom Dukes, bro. She gave you $50 at 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was like back then she knew, like. And, like, when I turned 15, she made me work. So I started working at, like, a grocery store.
Okay.
But,
Bagging groceries, stocking.
Yeah. I was a courtesy clerk. You know what I mean?
A courtesy clerk.
What you want, that paper or that plastic? What you need?
Paper, plastic.
Oh, yeah. And I was definitely doing that. And I was making $5 an hour. And back then, like, this was 2006, 2000. So I felt like that was a lot of money. But, like, I started applying that to, like, going to the studio. And I got with a crew, and my cousin actually signed to Big Cat, and he had a situation with Big Cat, and we went on the road with Gorilla Zoe. We met
one of my faves. I fuck with Gorilla Zoe.
I'm gonna tell you, I remember we opened up for Gorilla Zoe. We did 3 songs. Gorilla Zoe got on stage performing his whole album. I was like, whoa. Like, I never seen anything like the energy.
He is a beast.
Yeah,
for him being a little bit bigger of a guy, bro, he got that energy.
For sure. He definitely had it. And that just taught me a lot. Like, back then I was learning, like, how to play my part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I was ready, but I was still so young. And, like, when you young like that, you get that ego and you start feeling yourself. And a lot of times you don't even know what's going on. Like you want to get in the music business and you don't even know the half of it.
Nah, for real.
So you gotta learn. You gotta, sit back and learn something. That way your music can be hitting, or that way you ain't gotta beg people to put you in a position to get signed, because you can put your own self in a position. You can make your own buzz. You understand about making that.
Believe it. Let's talk about that a little bit, because you have taken the time to not only understand music itself. Like I said, a lot of artists don't understand music theory and how you actually construct a song, but you also understand the business. So let's talk about that. For you, when you decided, I really want to take this seriously as a business, how important was it to you for you to kind of just maybe not necessarily stop what you were doing, but maybe take a quick pause and say, bro, I got to learn this business because I can really make money doing this. Like, how important was that to you, and what was it that pushed you to do that?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I'm not going to say I was getting scammed, but it was a lot of people that was promising me stuff. Like, they were trying to sell me dreams, and I was like, man, that don't sound right.
Scammers are real.
Yeah, like right now, like I just showed my homie, somebody sent me a contract about Coachella, and they were actually saying, hey, if you pay me $200, I'll give you $10,000 to perform. And I was like, nah, we not doing that.
It does not work like that,
Nah,
bro. Stop falling for the okie doke, y'all.
Right.
That's not how this works. Labels are not going to email you.
No.
Labels are not going to jump in your DM.
No.
They don't do that shit, bro. I work with labels. That's not how this shit works.
No.
Do not give them your money, because they're not going to ask you for money. Maybe if you're doing a consultation or something, but to get signed and stuff like that, stop falling for the okie doke, y'all. It's fake.
They were like, send me $200 via Bitcoin, and we'll make something. Yeah, for sure.
Through Bitcoin.
For sure. They was like, we don't do regular money, I guess. We do Bitcoin. Man, I watch the stock market too. Boy, you ain't about to get me. You know what I mean?
Word.
But, yeah.
Wow.
But like, it's a lot of scams, and that really made me take a real big pause. And like, I had to learn, because I'm from South Carolina, and if I don't learn, I feel like the people that's coming after me, they won't learn.
Right.
If they see me taking the initiative to learn more, they'll be like, well, I see Troop doing it. And if it don't matter if I put myself in a position as an artist, as an engineer or whatever, to take off, now I understand the business, and now I'll be able to groom somebody else and show them. It's
your duty to make sure that you have a legacy, whether it be for, if you have kids, or, you have partners, or some of the youngins that may look up to you. It's your responsibility to do that.
For sure.
Some people don't want to take that responsibility, but that's what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
to whom much is given, much is tested. You know what I mean? So like, a lot of people, they don't want to take that responsibility because they feel like, oh, everything is sweet right now. I ain't got to worry about that.
Yes, absolutely. And it's not. The moment that you become complacent or comfortable, you're going to lose. The only time you should be comfortable is being comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
facts.
I told y'all it's Sunday, so we going to church every Sunday. We preaching to y'all today.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? We
One my boy
ministering to
Snoop
y'all.
say tabernacle. You know what I mean? For real.
But I just like talking about stuff like that, especially when it's somebody who actually understands it. You know what I'm saying? You understand how this business works, so we can actually have a great conversation. And potentially educate other people along the way.
Sure.
So let's take it back to 14 when you first started doing music. What was your sound like back then? What you was talking about?
I think I was trying to be Kanye. Like I think like back then, like it was Kanye was on that pink polos. You know what I mean? And it was like, I was like, man, I know if he can rap and he don't look like, because it was like everybody had to be gangsters at one point.
Right.
But I was like, man, if he can do this and he don't look like that, I know I can.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, I didn't start listening to Jay-Z until I was like 15. Like I found Reasonable Doubt in 2006, and I thought it was new. Like I went in the store and I found it, and I'm like, Jay-Z ain't been talking about Reasonable Doubt. Like, what is this? Is something new? But I put it in, and it made me. I remember I bought that album. I bought the Fugees, The Score, and it might have been one other album. It was like from the '90s, but it just made me go back and like listen, because Outkast is way different than Hove. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
way
like,
different.
Yeah, so it's like Outkast was very like I ain't gonna say animated, but it was real balanced. Versus Hove was just like a hustler rapper.
Right. I think what Outkast did for the music game, music business, is they came in and changed and broke a lot of rules and changed them for the better, because they were so different. The way they looked, the way they dressed, the way they sounded. For their era, it was very different. Right. People today do weird shit and it's just common.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But like back then, when they was really doing their thing, like they kind of broke the rules, but in a great way.
Sure.
You know, so they're very influential, but they're businessmen as well. Shout out to the whole Dungeon family. Shout out to Rico Wade. One of my first interviews I did when I came to Atlanta was the founder of the Dungeon family, Rico Wade. Filmed that for me. That was legendary. That was one of my biggest interviews ever. You know what I'm saying? We got to make it happen again. But, you know, so at 14, you were making, you know, different type of music, and I'm sure you're making now. You elevate, you know, you move forward, times change, sound change, things of that nature. What was the first project that you put out?
Man, okay, so I started in a group. We started off as
a lot of artists. Not to interrupt you, a lot of artists I talked to, they started out in groups. That's so funny. But go ahead.
Like we had, we took pictures and everything. It was me, my boy Los, and my homie T Weezy, and we were in a group called Committed. And every time we got on the song, we'd be like COMMITTED. Like we used to do that all the time, and it had a little ring to it. But we put out like one project, and it was a rap. Like we got the egos. Word.
That's
my boy T Weezy. I don't know if he watching. It ain't no shots on. I remember T Weezy was like, "Don't nobody listen to y'all. They listen to me." I'm the one they listen to. I'm like,
he had the ego, bro.
Yeah, but he was rapping longer than me, so like. I was just like, dang, like, and I felt the way. I was like, how I'm gonna rap without T Weezy? Like, I felt like that for the longest.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But after that, I just got in my bag. Like, I didn't stop. Like, once I put my mind to something, like my mentality is like, I don't care if you tell me like, no, you can't do it, or like, if somebody say, oh, you from South Carolina? Nobody from South Carolina ever blew up, or they never did this. Watch me.
Hey, you here to make history?
Word.
You about to change the game.
Word.
Shout out to my bro Andrew Boone on the beat on the check-in. He said that had a little ring to it. The C-O.
Oh, yeah. COMMITTED. Hey, if you got a group, then they name Committed, don't take that shit.
I know, right?
Don't do that.
You might need to go back and trademark that shit. For real, for real.
Word. Don't take that shit, boy.
Nah, that's what's up, though. So let's talk about that. You know, at some point in time, you know, you guys put some music out, and then you decided to just go your separate ways, which I think is what happens majority of the time. It's very rare that groups stay together, or even if they do stay together, they start doing music solo as well, like the Migos, etc. Would you say that you prefer working as a solo artist and maybe just doing features and collabs?
Yeah, like I do features every now and then, but like as far as like me actually making records now, like I like to be in my zone. Like I like to be able to have control.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to check in with somebody and be like, yo, how do y'all feel about this song? Y'all boys think y'all can get on this? Like, nah, I'd rather me get in my own bag, me be able to make my own music. Like I was telling you, I record myself now, so I don't want to have to be recording me, and then I gotta ask you like, yo, when you free? When can you do this?
That's too much, bro. Like it's like you said, it's cool to work with people and collab with them, but you a grown man. You don't want to have to consult with another grown man on what moves you can make. You know what I'm saying? Like unless you guys have a business partnership, that's different. But when it comes to your creativity, you don't want to have to do that.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, we ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Who are some of the artists that you have either collabed with or maybe you got coming up that you can talk to us about?
So the homie, his name is Star from Greenville. Me and him were talking about doing a project together.
Okay.
We got a song out on his album, A Day in the Gym.
A Day in the Gym?
Yeah, that's the name of his album. And like it's called A Day in the Gym because it's really like a workout playlist.
No, I love that.
Yeah, so it's like
because we got this ab challenge going on, y'all.
Oh, we gotta get it.
I ain't showing you my ass right now.
Nah.
Give me 30 days.
Photoshop.
Hold on, let me pull my shirt down and cover that thing up. Photoshop.
Oh yeah, but yeah, we had what was we talking about? I was thinking about the
A Day in the Gym.
Oh yeah, A Day in the Gym. Yeah, so his album is like it's like I want to say like 10 songs, but it's really like a short workout.
That's
what I mean?
fire. I like that. I like it because it's going to engage people.
For sure.
And one thing that I know and you know and everybody in this room knows is whatever it is that you do, you got to figure out a way to keep people engaged.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know, health is wealth, bro. And I think a lot more people now are taking it more seriously because of COVID. They understand how important it is to take care of your body. I see you running. You ran what, like 300 miles last year?
200.
200.
Yeah.
I gave him an extra 100.
Yeah.
You should have ran with it.
I should have been like, 300.
Yeah, I did 300. So he not walked. He ran 200 miles last year. Like that's a big deal. So with that being said, my point is he's putting out this album or project that's gonna be workout type music. engaging. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because when you go to the gym, you can't just be in there silent. You got to have some music playing. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying? So I think that's really dope. So that's somebody that you're collabing with. You
Yeah.
guys are talking about doing a project together.
Yeah, we were actually talking about doing. I mean, we definitely gonna do a project together. He's gonna be on my project. I'm making DZA season 3 right now. Well, it's actually almost done. But
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so me and him are making that making a project. It's a few other people that I really want to work with. I really want Big Rube to do the intro to my project.
Make it happen.
Yeah, and we friends on Facebook. So hey, Rube, if you watching this, I need that.
Hey.
I need that.
Andrew Boone, you over here laughing. We're going to put you on this challenge too, bro.
Yeah, for
Take a
sure.
picture of your abs and send them over. So for people who, you know, are going to start, if they haven't had the opportunity to listen to you before, moving forward, you know, like with your next project, you said is almost done. What can we expect, if anything, different on upcoming music than what you've put out previously?
Yeah, so all of the new music I've been recording myself. So like I've been able to like I was talking to Dorilla, like when you get in that zone and you at home, you can actually record it on the fly. And like as long as you lay them vocals down and get it to your engineer, you good. So I feel like on this project it's a lot of growth. Like it's a lot of me talking about being a man. Like actually, because it's like if you go through my old projects, I was on that, we smoking bullshit, and that's what I was doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I still do my thing, you know what I mean? But like I don't want to talk about that all the time.
Yeah, there's growth there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because the thing with that is it's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with smoking.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted now. Ain't nothing wrong with it. However, it's nothing. But it's not as marketable.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's only a certain crowd per se that you can market smoking songs to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I had the video No Pressure. It's one of the hardest songs I had. ESPN picked that song up and they put it in their
Yeah, let's talk about that, bro.
Yeah.
Big 100, congrats on
I
that.
appreciate that.
That's so
appreciate that.
fire. I'm so glad you brought that up. Let's talk about that because you use United Masters.
Yep.
And I've been preaching to everybody about that. I was heavy on DistroKid, which I think DistroKid is still a great company and
Yeah.
everything. But what I like about United Masters is they're presenting artists with a lot of real opportunities.
Sure.
You're the third artist that I know personally that I work with that has gotten a great opportunity because of United Masters. Shout out to my little bro who was on here earlier, Millie Manny. He's gotten his second or third placement in NBA 2K and 2K1, you know.
See, shout out to him.
And he's 17 years old.
That's a bag.
17 years old, and he's already got a second or third placement. And then another guy that we know from North Carolina also has gotten a placement or two on 2K. You got this ESPN situation going on. So United Masters, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How did that situation come about? What's going on with it? As much information as you can disclose.
Yes.
Talk to us about it.
So like with United Masters, the one thing I do like about them is like United Masters, they want you to own your masters. Like it's not just their name. They literally want you to own their masters. So what happened was I submitted the song to them. But I didn't have the right contract. So I sent them the contract and they was like, nah, we need you to have the exclusive rights. So what I had to do was I had to go and get the producer and buy the exclusive rights.
Let me intervene for just a quick second. That is a reality check to make sure you got your business all the way in order, y'all, because that you could have missed a huge opportunity if you didn't jump on top of it.
Sure.
You don't never really want to have to get ready. You want to be ready, but it was a lesson learned.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the paperwork straight.
Yeah, so I had to pay him some money, of course, to get that paperwork straight. So once we got it straight, after that they were like, okay, we like this song. It's mixed and mastered how we like it. You sent us the clean version, the dirty version, the instrumental. Now we're gonna send you this contract. And it come, and when you get it, it say United Masters and ESPN at the top. So I was like, my heart
was beating.
What? I was watching.
Like, what's my resting heart rate? Oh,
Right.
Damn, 200?
Right.
We going.
I'm out of here for real. But like after that, it was just like, okay, they picked it up, and they tell you we're gonna add it to the music library. So they added to the music library. But after that, it taught me and it made me think like, okay, I used to hear so many artists, and like I studied the game. I used to hear so many artists talk about how they didn't own their masters, and if it's just as simple as owning exclusive rights, then somebody been been tricking us.
Yes,
For real.
for real. And that's what a lot of people want. They don't want you to know everything.
Yeah.
You have to figure it out, or you have to be put in positions like you were in to understand what you really can do.
Yeah.
You know, so one thing I always preach, we always preach, shout Dorilla, we talk to people about how important it is to have your business in order, number one. And two, you know, I'm a part of some big DJ coalitions, and I get records that they want me to send out and they don't have a clean version. And I'm like, okay, I can send it out, but you just cut your market very low.
Yeah.
Because what if you didn't have a clean version? I highly doubt ESPN's going to play a version of a song that's got cursing in it.
No.
That's not going to happen. And what if you would have had to say, oh, bro, I ain't got a clean version. Let me go get it done. They'd be like, next.
Right. They definitely will, because like they don't want to waste time.
They ain't got time for all that.
They want to give you a opportunity, but if you don't take yourself serious, then like no.
You don't ever want to have to get ready, y'all. Y'all want to be ready. Stay ready.
Sure.
When you put a song out, even if it's not your single and you got any cursing in there, always have a clean version, because even if it's not your single, you never know where it could be picked up at.
Sure. And people, like, if they want it and it's dope, like I'm telling you, man, like having your record mixed and mastered, like I sound
That's
like
the other thing.
Yeah, I tell my homies all this, you know, I tell them all the time, and it's a lot of times we go to the studio, we might be so excited that we just record and then we out of there.
You're right.
And then we want to put it on iTunes.
I get it.
But like, nah, you want that thing to sound like it's fresh off the boat, like for real. Like you want to have the best
Facts.
product. You don't want to have that. You don't want to have something that somebody hear it and they like, bro, this ain't it.
Right, because what if we'll say a club DJ picks up your song and wants to drop it in the club, and he drops it right behind a Gucci record or a Drake record or a Future or whoever. Their shit sounding like it's way up here because it's mastered, and your shit drops the fuck off down here.
Right. People gonna go to the bar. They don't even want to dance no more. They be like, yo, what is this?
They're gonna kick that DJ. The DJ gonna lose his job because your shitty ass fucking mix and master.
It's your fault, boy.
It's your fault. You gotta pay his unemployment.
Yeah, you got to come up out your pocket for that, man.
For real. Make sure you guys have a great engineer that knows what they're doing, that can master your sound and get it perfected. And it might take you either working with a couple different engineers to find the one, and then it may take you a time to work with that particular engineer till they get it right.
Right.
You know, because one of the hardest things to do is describe a sound.
For sure.
You can hear it in your head, but for you to tell someone else, this is how I want it to sound, you might have to sit in on a session or two.
Exactly. And if they're not used to your vocals and how you record, then your vocals may be too low or whatever the case may be. They may not just know how to mix your vocals is like how they should.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like I've been working with Jordan Isler in Spartanburg. That's my guy, man. He's been mixing my music for like the past 2 to 3 years.
Word.
But it's like every time I send him something, when he's sending it back, I'm like, bro, that's gold.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to get with the right people. But listen, we got a record of yours we're going to check out today. Before we get into it, what can we expect? What else from you? What else from Troop DZA is coming up that we can expect from you 2021?
Yeah. So right now I'm working on new music. I'm partnering with a lady named Nicole Sanzi. I'm partnering with her. She's actually gonna be helping me getting placements.
Okay.
So like I'm probably gonna be having songs on sports movies. That's what I'm claiming. Sports.
You gotta claim
movies,
that.
Sports TV shows, whatever. You know what I mean. Whatever it is, I got records for them. You know what I mean. So I'm gonna be getting that out there. I'm gonna keep working. I really want to put my foot on everybody's necks this year. Like I can't even lie. Like that's my mentality. Like I don't even like last year I played. The past 2 years I've been playing buddy, been being cool with everybody, been trying to show the way. But I got too much music that I'm sitting on.
Nah, and you got such a humble spirit. Like I can just tell you very, very humble. But at the same time, like let your confidence be a savage with this shit.
Yeah.
Let it come through. You know what I'm saying? Claim what's yours.
For sure.
And if it's not yours yet, make it yours. Claim that shit. Most definitely. Shout out to Troop DZA on the check-in. You know what I'm saying? Doing big things over here. Before we get into the record, 2 more things we're going to do. 1, tell everybody where they can keep up with you on all your social media.
Yeah, so you can find me everywhere. It's Troop SC. On Instagram, it's Troop SC. Twitter is Troop SC. If you find me on Facebook, it's Troop DZA, or you can go to troopdza.com. I made the website. You get some merch on there. I got the merch going right now. You know what I mean? Like everything I really been trying to do been hand in hand, and I just been trying to push it myself. So yeah, man. So like TroopDZA.com, TroopSC on IG, TroopSC on Twitter, TroopDZA on Facebook. You can Google me, baby. Just Google Troop DZA. I'm there. I'm in there.
Word. Exactly. Shout out to everybody who tapped in with us today on IG Live and through the radio station WARK 300. Last but not least, bro, who you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to my mama. It was her birthday the other day, so I want to shout out to her.
Happy birthday, Mom Dukes.
Yeah, shout out to her. But outside of her, man, shout out to CJ Foster for producing us. I want to shout out my guy, DJ Nightmare.
Shout out DJ Nightmare. He's so solid. I met him in Greenville.
Yeah, hey, he's solid. He's
is.
super solid. And he another one. He was in marching band. He understand the music. Like
Right.
we just some music nerds, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to everybody that's rocking with me. Like I appreciate it. I got a podcast that I just started like right after Christmas.
I forgot about that, bro. I'm so sorry. My apologies.
You good?
Give it some shine, please.
Yeah. So I got a podcast called In Tune with Troop DZA. And what I do on the podcast is I'll go in and I'll talk about music that's came out, or I'll talk about music that I'm feeling. I think one of my first episodes I was talking about Snow Allegera and her music because I felt like it was getting slept on. I talked about Gangsta Gibbs, his album, because I love that Alfredo album. Shout out to Gangsta Gibbs, Freddie Gibbs.
Shout out to Freddie Gibbs. Yeah, he's fire.
So a lot of times I just go on there. I talked about Jasmine Sullivan's album, but I talk about music. And if it's certain bars that I hear and I don't think the audience caught on to it, I'll just start explaining it from my perspective.
Right. Absolutely. Because some people may not quite understand.
Yeah.
Like, what did he mean by that?
Right.
So you breaking it down.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. What's the name of it again?
It's called In Tune with Troop DZA. It's on Spotify right now because I'm using music. So the music that I'm using is from Spotify.
Right.
So like it's exclusively on Spotify, but I'm working on getting it everywhere.
If you need help with that, let me know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure, man. So most definitely. So make sure you guys tune in with the podcast. Support the movement. Anybody else that you wanted to shout out to?
Shout out to me, man.
Shout out to you, bro.
For real.
Shout out to Troop
Nah, I'm
DZA.
just playing. But yeah, shout out to you because like I told you, it was a point where I used to see you at shows with bigger rank, and I'd be like, man, I ain't even ready to talk to them yet. You know what I mean?
I'm so
but
humble.
Like, not for real, but like I used to look at y'all still up here. You know what I mean? But like my mentality now is, I got to get up there. Somebody gonna pull me up. You know what I mean?
Those
if
are the type of people you got to surround yourself with.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like I'm just gonna keep working. So yeah, shout out y'all, man.
Appreciate
my
that.
homegirl Chat, shout out to her. That's my dog for real.
Is that who you got with you today?
Yeah, that's my dog.
Let's put her on camera for a sec, cause she looking so cute over
That's my
there.
dog right there.
Look at her. She's so beautiful. You gotta have a beautiful lady next to you. You know what I'm saying?
That's the homie.
I'm saying whether whether it's a partner or a homie, like you gotta have a woman on your team because women are gonna get shit done that men can't do. I promise you, she gonna get your record play before you do.
True.
Period.
True.
Period. Send her to the DJ booth.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real?
I mean, like you like you said, you have solid people, man. They always come through, man. It's just good to have solid people. Period.
Yeah, it is. Big facts. So let's talk about the record. We're going to check it out. It's called The Runners.
Yeah.
Give us the details, like, whatever information you want to give the people. I know you mentioned the producer and stuff earlier, but, tell them again the producer name, if there's a visual, where the song's available, all them details, then we're going to check it out.
Yeah, so it's available on all platforms. We are actually working on the visual right now. It's not out, but it's available on all platforms. It was produced by CJ Foster, recorded by me, mixed by Jordan Isler. And this song, it's called The Runners. And I basically tried to do a play on me actually doing the 200 miles. So somebody that knows me may think this song is about running, but this song is actually about the people who are runners, the people that you tell something to do, and they got that mentality that they're a boss and they're not. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of
people.
those.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that they got in their mind that they're a boss, but you can't be a boss if you've never been a worker, and you can't skip that step. You know what I mean? So a lot of people preach. There's a lot of people trying to skip them steps. You know what I mean?
Well,
come on now. It's Sunday. It's Sunday now.
No, that's so true. I love that because we say a lot. You can't skip the struggle, and there's
Yeah.
so many steps that you can't skip along the way. And one of them is, like you said, you got to be a worker before you become a boss,
For
man.
sure.
And in order to be a boss, you got to put other people in a position to be a boss.
For sure.
So the record is called The Runners. We about to check it out, man. Thank you, everybody who's tuned in. Of course, big shout out to Shot for Shot Imagery for
Yes.
all your media needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to plug that in.
Yeah.
So we about to check out this record, man. Thank you so much, Troop DZA, on the check-in. This is my homie right here.
Oh yeah.
Once again, we got this ab challenge that we're starting tomorrow.
Hey, I gotta
I ain't showing y'all my
hey,
abs on live,
what's
though.
my man name with the Photoshop abs? I need that plug. I need
Shot,
that
do you know
plug.
how to Photoshop some abs?
Yeah. Yeah, I need that.
Bro, shout out to my homie Taz. You know, he's a really dope fitness trainer out in Memphis. You know, he's got this ab challenge going on right now. He gives you a meal plan, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're starting it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it, though.
I am, too.
And it holds you more accountable when you have somebody that, because we're going to be checking in with each other.
That's
baby.
what I need.
Yeah, we need accountability.
That's what I need.
That's why
Yeah.
we're announcing it on IG Live, because all these people are going to tap back in
Oh,
with us
yeah.
in 30 days and see. Let me see that six-pack.
Don't be in my comments like, hey, bro, I thought you was, nah, bro, don't do that.
Don't post no pictures you eat no
Nah,
bad food.
I ain't posting nothing. I ain't posting nothing.
Facts, man.
I mean salads for 30 days.
Nothing but salads, y'all.
Water.
Salads and water. But listen, bro, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. We about to get into this record. Introduce it.
Yeah, hey, this is the homie Troop DZA. We about to get into my record, The Runners, produced by CJ Foster, man. Union County was good. We here, baby, hey, and we about to take off. South Carolina, we here. We about to take off too, man. The Runners, let's go.
Let's stay tuned.